there. So in today's lesson, we're gonna learn a 7-note sequence using the 3-note per string pentatonic scale. So this one can be played all over the neck, but I'm gonna show it up here first because it's quite stretchy the further down you get on the neck, because you use the pentatonic with 3 notes per string, so it's just inherently quite taxing for your left hand. So I would highly suggest that you practice it up here first, and then you can move down as you feel more comfortable, but you have to be the judge of that. So this is what the lick / sequence sounds like. Right, as usual, you have the tabs on my Patreon, and we're gonna start here on the 22nd fret. So if you look at it from the perspective of a normal A minor pentatonic position, so we're gonna do this, but then add a higher note. Right, so we get the A, C, and D note here. Now, this is only where I started the sequence. You could absolutely start it up here if you want as well. But now we're here, so we're gonna do this with 3 notes at a time, and we're just gonna do the A minor pentatonic. So the sequence goes like this. We're gonna start at the top note, and let's call this 1, 2, 3. So I think that's easier for you to get the sequence. So then we have the sequence 3, 2, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. So basically you can see it as a group of 4 and a group of 3. So 7 notes. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But as you can see here, we're not skipping any note. We're not going like that. We're just going the lower note, next lower note, and then back up again. After that, we're gonna move down to the next position, but now, since it's pentatonic and with 3 notes per string, we cannot hit this note. We can, but then we get a doubled up note, and that doesn't sound right in this context. That can sound great in other contexts, but for this lick, we don't want that. So what we need to do is change position. So now we're basically here, which is this pentatonic position plus an extra note from the higher one. And you do the same thing. The only difference is if you start with a downstroke here, since it's an odd number, it's going to be an upstroke in the next sequence. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, then up 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we're going to go back up again. But now you don't need to shift, because now you're already one position down from where we started, so that's where we restart the sequence on the high E string. So once you got that, you basically just move on down the scale. So that's what I did for the actual lick, but obviously you can continue on for as far as you want. But when it comes to practicing this, I would start by working on each position. And you're gonna get 5 different fingerings, plus another 5 when you go to the G and B string, but it's gonna be the same fingering, but you just need to move a little bit more. So if we compare this position, so the one starting on D, find a D note here. So you have to move down 1 extra fret. So it's a bit more, jumping around here, but it's just the nature of being tuned in standard tuning. But other than that, once you know this position, for example, just restart exactly the same fingering when you go from any string that is tuned to a 4th, it will be the same fingering. So that's quite handy. But like I said, when you want to start practicing this, I think it's easiest to just do it in one position at a time. So you just go between 2 strings like this. And then, maybe you do that for 10 minutes, and then you do the next one. And so on throughout the whole thing. And then once you start getting, a bit more used to the individual ones, you can try us moving up and down the fretboard. But again, be a bit careful down here so you don't, hurt yourself. So if I just go down from the highest to the lowest here, And as you can see here, it becomes quite stretchy. So, feel free to stop anywhere where you feel it's, too much. But this is why I also tend to do this when I play. One of the reasons for it, that I kind of treat the left hand, as long as I'm not doing a pull off, I only have one finger down at a time. So when I do this, if I do a big stretch down here, yes, I need to stretch the hand out like this, but at no point do I need to make an artificial stretch. And what I mean by that is that if I anchor the finger and try to do a hammer on or pull off, you're way more likely to hurt your hand than if you just go stretch your hand out like this. Because I'm not a doctor, but I don't think you can really hurt yourself by stretching your hand out by the power of the hand itself. I don't think if you start pulling at it from some other direction, which you're effectively doing when you anchor it here and then try to push it away, right? But if you can just keep it out like this, so you're kind of jumping almost. So I'm very close to where I want to be, but I still need to move a little bit. And you get to use it after a while. So experiment with this, but make sure that you do it on all string groups. Don't just do it up here. Do it on between the G and B string, even though it's annoying. Doing that will help you to feel even more comfortable with the other string groups. And also make sure to do it on the lowest strings as well. Right? If you're still watching at this point, but you're not a subscriber and you like what I do here, please just hit that subscribe button. It really does help the channel a lot, so I would really appreciate it if you could do that. So, thank you. Back in the day, I used to have real issues with fast alternate picking when it came to 2 notes per string. I was fine with 3 notes per string, but the 2 note per string thing was a bit harder to crack. So if you struggle with fast alternate picking as well, and you don't know what to practice or for how long, I've created the perfect solution for you in the form of the Pentatonic Picking Power Book. So in this book, you'll find a daily workout that will not only help your pentatonic picking, but will also upgrade your overall alternate picking technique. So it contains basically the same exercises I used myself to develop my picking abilities, as well as numerous students over the years that I've given the same exercise to with great results. So I know these exercises work as long as you put in the work. So it's not a quick solution or quick fix. It will still take a lot of work, but at least you have a very easy to follow routine. So if you're up for a big alternate picking upgrade in 2024, I cannot think of a better start.